The Eastern Railway is a large railway that works around the Isle of Man, Sodor and England. And due for having lots of trains to run, it makes it one of the biggest railways in Britain, with some of the main engines being Matthew, Nathan and Derek. This is the Eastern Railway. The Eastern Railway, Season 4. Trying to get back to work. You may remember back in Season 3, the last episode sort of left with a cliffhanger, with Jamie, Andy, Zach and Kyle working at the quarry. However, a new engine would be working at the quarry to take the trains. It would be a bit like Paxton, who works on Sodor. It all began when one day Jamie was taking one of the trains that were full of coal. The railway had been through some big changes and was on the way to being the Railway of the Year. However, since Jamie was sort of an experimental model, he would sometimes have problems. And one of the problems would be able to derail stuff on hills. Not again, said Jamie. He was pretty sad. The others understood how Jamie felt. So one night, when Jamie was going back to the sheds, some of the engines were thinking of a plan. That night, Kyle, Zach and Andy were in the sheds. Jamie steamed into the sheds. He was too tired and sad to talk. He seems sad, said Kyle. Yeah, said Zach. He seems really sad. I know how we can cheer him up, said Andy. I heard he's been taken off work for about 2 days or so, said Andy. We can try and do his work. Anyway, we were going to do his work, but we can try and make and do the work better, said Andy. A nice idea, said Kyle. Jamie hadn't heard. He was already asleep. The next day, the 3 engines were up bright and early. Jamie was still sleeping, but he had no idea about what the plan was going to be about. Andy steamed away. He hadn't been told about the new engine that would take the trains, but all he knew was that he would be black, like him. If this new engine is black, well, he is, but if this engine turns out to be a happy and kind engine, he thought, maybe the trains will work better. He backed up to see the new engine. Oh, hello! I'm Andy. You must be Valad. Oh, sorry, Valad. I've never seen you before. Hey, said that incline. I forgot your name. Yeah, my name's always very easy to forget. I actually decided to rename myself Bob. Oh, sorry, Bob. Yeah, Bob. I need can you get me some trucks? Sure thing, Bob. But Andy forgot about trying to get the trucks. And he didn't even get the trucks. Because of thinking he had got the trucks, he didn't get them. Now you may know going up the slope can be quite hard with hoppers and any kind of trucks. Even though the engines that work at the quarry have special fitments to go up the hills, as they are just about impossible for normal engines to climb. The wheels have special fitments. It's very hard to see, but they have tiny spikes, and the rails have tiny spike holes. It's not easy to see, but they do have it. You may know with Bob that his operation works in quite a strange way. He can either operate himself, or engines can go and power him up once they shunted their trucks. Now, Andy forgot about the trucks, so he thought they were already ready. Now, the engines that work at the quarry have special gears to power him, but when Andy was powering, he was throwing in his hooks for no reason. "Andy, stop!" said Bob. "Oh, why? You don't have my winch." "I don't. You didn't. You just threw in my winch." "Oh, sorry." Bob had, because there was no way for the engines to rewind the hooks, Bob had to rewind himself. Or the workmen would have to. However, there was trouble. Andy went down Bob's slope and came to the buffers with a bang. He was soon dangling off the edge. "Help!" he said. Valad saw this. "Oh no!" said Valad. "Help!" said Andy. He had fallen off. "I got you!" said Bob. He pulled Andy. "My," said Valad. The engines that were in the sheds watched Bob, even Jamie. My," they said. Valad was the most shocked. Andy was shocked, but he knew he was strong, so he didn't do too much attention to it. "Thank you, Bob," said Andy. "That was quite useful and thankful of you." "No problem," said Bob. Andy felt a little silly. Well, Andy felt silly, so he wanted to go back to the sheds. Engines know that if they can feel silly, it can make them want to go home. But if they feel silly at their home, then they can't really do much about it. But, however, Andy went into the tunnel, then through the dark part, and into the bright part. He was going too fast and saw Jamie. "Oh no!" "Sorry, Jamie," said Andy. "It's okay," said Jamie. "I hope I didn't damage you too much," said Andy. "I'm fine," said Jamie. The controller saw this. "Andy, Jamie," he said. "Andy, why was you speeding? And especially in the tunnel?" "Sorry, sir," said Andy. "You better be sorry. Otherwise, the next time an incident like this will happen, you'll be scrapped," said the controller. The four engines were shocked. That night when the bus came to collect the workmen, Kyle and Zach were talking. They were pretty much twins. "Kyle," said Zach. "Yes," said Kyle. "I think it's my job to do the work of Andy tomorrow." "Really?" said Kyle. "Yeah." said Zack. Any tips? Just be careful and you should be fine. The bus drove away. Okay, said Zack. He was still very scared. The next day, Kyle was shunting trucks for Zack. And of course it was the hoppers. Valad was back at the place, well, back at the sidings where he has to wait for to be loaded with. But you're still not loaded. Went Valad. I need my trucks filled. 2 days. Yet my trucks have not been filled. Not even once. Kyle had derailed, so he had to go to the works. Luckily, he had no damage. Right, said Zack. Time to shunt these trucks. Little did he know he was going to make a big mistake. If he had crashed one more time, if he had crashed, the only engines that would be able to work there would be Valad and Kyle. I just hope this will work, he said. But then bang, the truck derails. He nearly ramps up Bob. Ow! Ow! Went Zack. "Are you alright?" said Valad. "Yes, Valad," said Zack. Do you need a crane?" "Yes," said Zack. "Don't worry," said Valad, "I'm on it." And so Valad raced away. But he couldn't find a crane anywhere. "Oh dear," said Valad. "If I can't find a crane, then he can't be saved." "I must go back and tell him," said Valad. Slowly and sadly, he raced back. As fast as he could, while being sad, of course. Because I did say slowly, so. "It's alright," said Valad. He accidentally bumped his trucks. "Oh dear. But it's alright. I can't find a crane though," said Valad. "It's alright," said Zack. Then they heard a toot of a whistle. "Huh?" they both said. The toot of the whistle was coming from a blue engine. Cheers came when Kyle finally arrived. "Hello, Quarry." It's Yellow Mountain Quarry," said Valad. "Oh," said Kyle. "Oh my, this is a bad crash. I best go and get help," said Kyle. But the tracks weren't set. And neither were the points leading to go behind the shed. "Oh no, 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 no," said Kyle. Just then he was dangling off the mountain. "Oh no," said the two engines. "Oh no, if he falls he could be destroyed," said Bob. Kyle hung helplessly. He couldn't bear on the thought that was going to happen. "Oh no," thought Kyle. Just then a big gust of wind blew him back. But then that wind turned. Then he finally fell. Ow! said Kyle. He was almost completely destroyed. Oh, he said. He was almost completely destroyed. The three machines were so sad they couldn't have helped him. Kyle had to be sold as they couldn't afford to repair him, but they sold him to another railway, and on that railway they'd repair him. However, the railway was British Railways and wasn't exactly nice to the engines. However, they needed some new engines at the time, so they were in need of engines at the time. So they decided to really use Kyle. They bought Kyle and they gave him a green coat of paint. Kyle liked his green coat of paint a little bit better than his blue. The two engines were relieved that Kyle was in a new home, but they weren't exactly happy that Kyle was sold. Zack was sent to the works, and Vanad that night went to the sheds at the quarry, the Yellow Mountain quarry, where he saw 5 engines he had never seen before. He said. He saw the 3 engines in one of the sheds first. He then backed into the other shed where some engines were there as well. Oh my, you engines never used to work here. Shoo off, shoo, 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 said Valad. He was a bit of a shy engine and wasn't always happy if he met engines he didn't exactly know. Stop, said the controller. These engines are our new engines, said the controller. Wait, what? Said Vanad. Yes. Meet John, Albert, Matthew, Rebecca and Max. They're going to be some of our 7. They're going to be working here, and these 5 engines will be some of the 7 engines working here. Wait, I thought you had brought these 5, not 7, said Vanad. Ah, I did. But 2 of the engines that have been trialling here in this quarry are going to work here. Since Kyle was sold, it gave us enough money to make this quarry safer, along with being able to have Andy and Zack work here. Really? said Vanad. Yes, and you're going to be the 8th engine here. And because we won't own you, the quarry company will own you. You're going to be number 8, Valad. What about me? said Albert. 2. What about me? said John. 3. What about me? said Rebecca. Oh, you. You're in fact 7. Oh. Me? said Max. 6. And me? said Matthew. Ah, you're going to be number 1. So Matthew's 1. Albert's number 2, I think. John's 3. I can't remember the numbers. Oh, but I'm just going to, I think it's Andy's going to be number 4, while Zach's going to be number 5, and I think that's just about everybody numbered. So yeah. Oh, want to assume. I'm sure there's a ghost. Anyways, just get back to work. Said the engines. Get him! Said Van. Uh-oh, I'm out of here. Bussy. Where's Bussy? Bussy. Bussy! Where's Bussy? Bussy. Bussy, where are you? Bussy? Oh, here you are, Bussy. You just magic came out of nowhere. Anyways, Bussy, yes sir. Get away! Okay! Yeah! Guys, says Matthew. Did you hear that? No, said the engines. I can swear it's getting louder, said Matthew. It's your imagination, said Aidan. Yeah, said Nathan. He's right, said John. There isn't, Corby. There is a screaming. It's your imagination, said Aidan. But we all know it isn't. Come on, Bussy, we gotta get away! I agree! Okay, now I can hear the scream too, said Eric. All of us can, said Nathan. Then there was trouble. Well, that was odd, said Nathan. Yeah, said Eric. That was very, very fast, said Corey. We can agree on that, said Samantha. Okay, this night's getting quite a bit weird. I want to fall asleep before any more weird things happen, said Matthew. Agreed, said Derek. What do you think they were both running from anyway? Said Matthew. I don't know, but that bus I've never seen before, said Derek. Oh, you mean Bussy? Said Samantha. How do you know his name? Said Eric. We talked to each other yesterday, said Samantha. Derek and Matthew thought Samantha knew only too well. Hey, that's my line, said the Thompson Friends narrator. No,